I followed my brother, Dr. Reginald Lubin, into the camps where he oversees health and hygiene for World Vision.
Il a la gale. C'est une maladie assez contagieuse qui se répand dans la famille. D'ailleurs, ils sont 7 dans la famille et tout le monde là. Donc, attends-moi un instant, là, vous voyez un chauffeur qui vient. Et je pense que je l'ai envoyé au centre, à la clinique mobile. J'ai l'impression que les gens ne vont pas à la clinique mobile parce qu'ils pensent qu'ils seront obligés de payer de l'argent pour être consultés et pour acheter des médicaments. Donc, je viens de lui dire de se rendre à la clinique mobile avec les autres membres de sa famille qui ont la même pathologie. Allons-y, on va regarder l'eau.
Many of these camps were initially set up in haste as people ran for their lives. Not everyone there necessarily lost their homes, but the fear of being trapped in a cement block-built house drove some to seek refuge there. Reorganizing these places poses a serious challenge. Coordinating the NGOs hasn't been easy. Each organization tends to do its own thing, at times duplicating efforts. Food distribution can be irregular, and when it happens, a lack of systems and procedure gives way to riots. Hygiene is non-existent. Clean water needs to be brought in. More toilets and showers need to be built. And the health issues are a time bomb waiting for the last tick. One of the nurses told me that if mobilization and education of the people is not done quickly, we will soon have to deal with all sorts of epidemics such as dysentery, malaria, scabies, as well as sexually transmitted diseases, and a surge in pregnancies followed later on by HIV/AIDS. She did not mention cholera, but her predictions proved right as thousands lost their lives as a result of the cholera epidemic that is still unchecked. Unlike most foreign correspondents, I have reference points. I have intimate knowledge of what used to be, and looking around, I didn't just see broken down houses and chaos. The picture of what used to be was always superimposed in my mind over the rubble. Visiting these tent cities and seeing all these people who in the space of 35 seconds lost everything, homes, mothers and fathers, wives and husbands, daughters and sons, really got to me. The loss of life, limbs and property are bad enough, but the psychological effect of this tragedy will have serious repercussions on the future. Plastimoon is a program that sees to the rehabilitation of some of the children. The work being carried out at Plastimoon starts with helping parents understand that their kids have been adversely affected by the earthquake and will aim to help them handle the change in behavior that is already evident, thus avoiding conflicts that would eventually eat away at the already disturbed family unit. Children are the future of any society. So while the immediate need of relief and of creating a better life for the adults is important and necessary, ensuring a stable generation of future adults is the key to continuous growth and development from within. It may be true that the millions of foreign aid raised in the aftermath of the earthquake have not yet found their way to the country, but there are many organizations led by local people who have stepped in to bring relief and hope. Hôpital Espoir, or Hope Hospital, is truly a place of hope. The orphanage was already meeting a great need even before the earthquake. Abandoned and disabled children who were not being properly looked after at the government-funded hospital were being entrusted into the care of registered nurse Gladys Thomas, founder and head of the orphanage.
I found myself at the general hospital, and when I went there and I wanted to donate some of the medical supplies that I had. So while I was there, they invited me to visit the pediatric wards. You know, here I am a nurse, I want to help. And when I walked in, that's when I saw all these babies that had been abandoned and they were just dying there. And my heart just went out to them and I said, I can't leave these dying babies here, so can I please take them? Well, it took a lot of politics and turning around. People, oh no, you can't take them because they are the bread, you know, the check for some people that never come to work, you see. So I said, no, I would like to really save these babies as much as I could. So when the hospital administration gave me permission to remove these children, you should see this. I went, in one day, I was able to rent a house, put these babies in. I walked in with about 6, 7 babies. There were about 10 there, but then, you know, by the time I took care of them in the hospital for a month, a couple of them died. You know, they were just so sick that I couldn't save them. But the ones that I took into this little 3-bedroom house grew. Before I knew it, in this small house, I had 14 babies. Then I had 20 babies. It's like, oh my goodness, the house is too small. What am I going to do with all the babies?
Out of these brave and humble beginnings, Gladys formed the Foundation for the Children of Haiti, running 3 orphanages, a school, a center for children with special needs, and a hospital. Their ethos is not one of charity. Rather, they strive to give the children a sense of family and a sense of dignity. Children that come there are cared for, kept healthy and educated. Many have been adopted by loving families around the world and in Haiti. After the earthquake, they had to operate beyond capacity. The hospital had to take in not only children, but anyone in need of traumatic care. In the days following, rooms, hallways, and the yard were filled to capacity. Their plan for the future, besides their normal programs of healthcare, education, and adoption, is to embrace the amputee generation by starting a rehabilitation and prosthetics center.